Listen, Kevin, about Mats Sundin. Listen, I grew up a diehard Leafs fan. I couldn't believe when I found out we signed him. But the best thing about Mats Sundin is we signed him. When's the last day you got to sign the NHL? It's December something, right? It's right before Christmas.
10th or something.
10th or something. So we signed him right the last week. So AV comes in. He's like, yeah, we signed Mats Sundin. He'll be here next week. Oh, fuck, perfect, all right? Come in next week. AV's like, update on Mats, boys. He's gonna stay in Sweden until Christmas, but after the Christmas break, he'll be right back. Like, fucking right. So there we go. Mats Sundin coming in. Come back from Christmas. Still no Mats Sundin. He's like, AV comes in again. He's like, hey, boys, he's not going to be here till New Year's. I'm like, this guy's a fucking legend, boys. Right? I mean, he's pushed this off a month now. They gave him $10 million. So he comes in the dressing room. I'll never forget. First day I walk in, coming in, I'm definitely not the first guy there. I'm probably coming in right around the meeting time. Come in the back room where I'm supposed to get my gitch on, and there he is. Big fucker, right? Bald head, big. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, hey, Mats Sundin, Shane O'Brien, nice to meet you. And I'm just looking at him. And I'm like, the first day of practice, I'm staring at him. And I'm looking at him in the dressing room. And I'm looking at him as a kid from Port Hope, Ontario, where finally I'm like, snap out of it here. It's like, the fucking guy's on our team. So anyways, he moves into Cole Harbour where I was living. And he only had one car at the time for him and his young, beautiful Swedish fiance at the time. So I ended up driving Mats to the rink. I ended up driving him to the airport. And he ended up driving him home from the airport. But great guy.
I took that one for the team.
And all he used to say to me was, Obs, stay single. You're doing it right. Don't get married. You're fucking the only smart one on this team. Stay single. Love to hear the stories. The one thing about it, we go back to Toronto, legendary Mats Sundin move. We land, we get on the bus. We're supposed to be going down the harbor, down the west or wherever we're staying, right? Another fucking Weston. Mats gets the bus to go to Yorkville, drops him off at his house. So we come back to the hotel and there's 50 fucking media people. And they just can't wait for Mats, eh? So Mats is there. So I'm like, I'm going to wait to be the last one off the bus, right? So everyone gets off the bus and they're thinking, here comes Mats Sundin. And I just come off the bus. I'm like, how are we doing, fellas? You guys want to talk about it? They're like, where's Sundin? I'm like, yeah, he's not on that fucking bus. So anyways, we beat him. We go out that night. I think I've told this story before on this podcast, but we win in a shootout. Matt scores the winner. We go to music. He gives me his credit card. He says, Obi, do your thing. Take care of the rest. And we have a fucking night. A night. And I'll never forget how hung cheese Mats was the next day on the plane. He had the fucking things over his eyes and the blanket up to here, and he was just done. But
nice.
Great guy. I often say if we could have had Mats Sundin the whole year with training camp, I could be sitting here with a Stanley Cup ring. He just couldn't get. I've never seen the guy ride the bike more than this guy. Like you could tell that he wasn't that he didn't feel like he was in shape, and he almost went so hard to get in shape that he just couldn't catch up. And that'll be another thing. You play in the East a lot. The travel got him. Like I remember him saying we'd land in Vancouver and be driving home. He's like, "How do you guys do this? Like this is killing me with the time change and the travel." But great guy. Loves Brian Berard. I mean, how hard Mats Sundin shot the puck, man. It's crazy how hard he shot it.
It's funny. I remember back then, Obes, that was such a topic of conversation amongst the league was Mats handling the travel in the West.
It was a big deal for him.
Usually you just kind of talked about it a bit, but then like when he came in, it was like the thing that everyone talked about, right?
Yeah, no, it was. But I just remember this first day of practice with us. I'm just looking at him like, holy shit, that's Mats Sundin.
Yeah. Big righty.
Great guy.
Big ox.
Great guy. You always say, Obi, stay single. You're doing it right.